And good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Sterling High School, Channel 19, proudly presenting homecoming football here from the castle. The Sterling Silver Knights taking on the rival West Deptford Eagles. Glad you joined us here on Channel 19. Rob Strauss, Jake Clark, and the great Brian McLaren. The weather perfect tonight. We would have had some really interesting conditions had it been 36 hours ago, 48 hours ago, but we are 70 degrees, a little bit of breeze, low humidity, and just a perfect night for football. You look at the standings in the West Jersey Football League, the Constitution Division. See Camden on top. We saw them a couple weeks back, sitting on top at 4-1 overall, 3-0 in the division. Hadfield and Haddon Heights. And then you've got Camden Catholic, saw last week, got picked up their first win right here on this very field. And unorthodox, West Deptford 1-4 on the year. Sterling, the glaring statistic obviously right here that jumps out at you, Brian, is the lack of offense at Sterling, only averaging 2 points a game, and it's just been a real struggle offensively for Sterling.
Yeah, they haven't really had much going. Most drives that they've had have just ended horribly, either in turnovers or just a lack of communication or a lack of execution. This game is a game that they can really improve on that, because this game means a lot for the school, means a lot for Sterling this year. So if they can get some communication, get some execution going, they can really do something tonight. To build off that point, Brian, as we take a look at some of the overall graphics here, Sterling 75 and 110, whereas West Deptford 171 and 40. Take another look at the in-league play. The last winning season for Sterling was 2017, 2021, just last year for the Eagles. And since 2015, Sterling under 500, West Deptford over 500. Just shows a lot of the different history between these two teams. The series history, West Deptford leads at 18-2, but Sterling won last year 21-3. Last year's win broke a 17-game win streak. Sterling's last win was October 8th, 2021 versus Lindenwold, and West Deptford's last win was September 9th, 2022 versus Camden Catholic.
Yeah, go ahead.
And Sterling's last championship was 1977. West Deptford's was 2016.
And what we'll do is we'll pause briefly for the Sterling Band at the tail end of the national anthem. Under the direction of Mr. Walter Young, doing a great job all season long with the band. And welcome to the broadcast booth, Rob Strauss, Jake Clark, Brian McLaren, bringing you all the action. And right here from Sterling's homecoming night, guys, been a great week full of crazy games and contests and hallway decorating. Finally going to come to a conclusion here tonight as we will crown the homecoming queen here at halftime.
Yeah, it's been a really fun week here at Sterling. All the hallway wars and all the Spirit Week days. It's been a lot of fun. Juniors won for their hallway and for Spirit Week. So it's been fun here for the juniors. Sorry, Strauss, to your seniors, but
hey, it happens. It's all good. It's all in good fun and trying to bring this back. Something we haven't seen here since 2019 was a real full Spirit Week. This is the first time you guys have experienced a full Spirit Week here. We'd love to get your thoughts on what you guys thought.
It was absolutely fantastic. A lot of fun. It brings you and your classmates really together. Some people that you normally not talk to during Spirit Week, you end up talking to. You have to collaborate as a group to get a common goal done, and the juniors got it done.
yeah, it's probably the closest I've ever felt with most of these juniors, because some of these people I had never talked to before this event. So just, decorating the hallway and just having a good time.
Brady Clark kicks it off, and we are underway here from Sterling, taking on the far sideline, but they're going to call it a touchback as we take a look at the Sterling starting offense. Nate Schwartz is going to be your quarterback. Your halfbacks, Sam Magbesi and James Hall, your wide receiver. Chris Banks, tight end, Santino Savarese, and then as also Dio Emerson as a wide receiver. Then your line of Paris, Sears, Cease, Gellion, and Yagmer Kaya.
And you know, the thing, Brian, with this offense has seen somewhat success. While they've only put up 6 points on the season, they've had really maintained well drives that have just, you know, not developed because of silly mistakes.
Fumble on the play, and it's going to be West Deptford ball. As we took a look at that West Deptford defense that just created the turnover 5 seconds into the game. Your ends, Ratcliffe and Vaughn, and Ty, and your tackle, Barksdale. Your linebackers, Google Switansky. Safeties, Graham Baglivo, Dubois, and then your corners, Howard and Sabo. But they're going to be off the field right now as the West Deptford offense on the field just 5 seconds into this game.
Yeah, not a great way to start things off for Sterling. A fumble on the first play. The first drive there for Sterling offensively was meant to set a statement, and unfortunately, we kind of saw what that statement said.
Yeah, definitely the wrong statement they were trying to set, but from a West Deptford perspective, a nice job, good field position here.
Baglivo on first down, hands it off, coming near side, ripped down for little to no gain. For West Deptford, that is Kate Sabo.
Take a look right here. Nice job of the defender sticking with him. Sam Agbesi able to wrap him up and bring him down.
Yeah, nice play by Sterling defensively, able to get there.
No gain on the play. Ball at the 20-yard line of Sterling. Under center is Baglivo. Split backs. Handoff goes to Howard off the left side. And he's able to gain about 5. It'll be third down and short.
This is a nice job by the back here. You're going to see a nice little cut that allows him to get some extra yards. And shrugs off a defender right there late towards the play. Good job by Sterling, though. They're group tackling. Nice job of having multiple defenders on the ball.
Yeah, because Sterling, they got there pretty quickly. That could have been almost no gain or even a loss on the play, but a nice cut there by the running back who was able to make a little something out of that play.
Baglivo now operating from the shotgun, going to move his wide receiver, Luke Laxton, to the left-hand side of the screen. High snap. Baglivo keeps it himself. He's got the first down and more. And he's going to pick up, he needed about 5, got about 7.
Yeah, nice blocking by that West Deptford offensive line. They kind of pushed everyone out to the left. That gave a lot of open space, created that giant gaping hole for Baglivo to take it.
So it'll be first and goal from about the 9.
Yeah, and last week, guys, we saw Sterling really struggle against Camden Catholic's quarterback on the read option, and West Deptford pulls the same type of play and is able to get success with it, a first down and a little more.
First and goal for the Eagles, 9:50 remaining here in the first. Eagles trying to capitalize on the Sterling turnover. Here comes Howard off the left side, and he is in the end zone for the touchdown. From 9 yards out, Lawrence Howard capitalizes on the Sterling fumble, and it's 6-0 Eagles.
Good play execution here by the Eagles. A nice pitch. The offensive line, the wide receivers hold up their end, and they block outside, giving the running back a fantastic amount of space, and Lawrence Howard does the rest, puts it in for 6.
Yeah, overall nice drive for West Deptford, again able to capitalize off of the Sterling fumble.
The snap, the hold, the kick is up, and the kick is excellent. Right down the middle, 7-0 West Deptford, 9:40 remaining here in the first. Let's meet the Sterling starters.
Malachi Gould, junior, guard, Ken. Santino Severese, senior, tight end, defensive end, Sigleville, New Jersey.
Evan Cease, senior, center, Stratford.
James Hall, junior, running back, linebacker, Magnolia.
Sam Agbesi, senior, outside linebacker, running back, Summerdale.
Andre Vi, senior, offensive tackle, Summerdale.
Ryan Parrish, junior, defensive end, Magnolia.
Kenny McArdle, sophomore, linebacker, tight end, Laurel Springs.
CJ Banks, senior, receiver slash DB, Jersey City, New Jersey.
Braden Hickman, freshman, safety and wide receiver, in Magnolia, New Jersey.
Anthony Amakea, junior, defensive tackle, Hynella.
Andrew Vi, senior,
running back / defensive back, Somerville.
Josiah Lopez, junior, wide receiver, linebacker, ball side.
Nate Schwartz, freshman, quarterback, linebacker, in Somerville, New Jersey.
Vincent Capazzoli, junior, middle linebacker, fullback, Stratford.
Kickoff taken at the 10-yard line. West Deptford giving chase, and they get there. They stack them up right about the 16-yard line, so we got a chance to meet the Sterling starters. Pretty good chance to see the men behind the masks.
And right now, Sterling, I mean, a one-play drive, not much to establish themselves. Obviously hoping to move the ball a little bit more than they did on the previous drive, but it can only go up from here.
Yeah, for sure. I think even on if we can get a first play here that isn't a turnover, that's already an improvement here for the Sterling offense. But if they can get actually a drive going here, then that would be excellent.
1st and 10 from the 17. They put a man in motion. It's Bub Hall in motion. They go out to the slot, and it's going to be a short gain there. Nice little throw and catch for a gain of about 3.
Different play design here from Coach Traley. I like it. West Deptford reads it pretty well, but it's a good job of getting freshman quarterback Nate Schwartz some time to throw at the varsity level.
Yeah, overall great blocking there by the offensive line. Gave Schwartz the perfect amount of time to throw and kind of set the tone here for this Sterling drive.
Nate Schwartz jogging the play in from the sideline. Under 9 minutes to go in this opening quarter. Glad you joined us here on Sterling TV 19. It's homecoming, the last regular season home game here for the Sterling Silver Knights. From the shotgun on 2nd down and 7. End around, Zach Bessie, and he is stacked up. Maybe a gain of 1 as he tries to get to the 25, just shy of the 25-yard line.
And this play would have been a loss if it wasn't for number 1, Bub Hall. Watch his block on the outside. Take a look at it right there. Allows Zach Bessie to turn it upfield just a little bit, but a nice job by West Deptford coming over real quick, holding it for a minimal gain. One more look at it right here. Fantastic block that gives Zach Bessie just a little more time to turn it upfield, gains him a few extra yards.
That was Cade Sabo trying to come in on the defensive tackle, but again, Bub Hall making a great block there, able to get Sterling at least a positive gain.
Ball placed at the 24-yard line, 3rd down, and we'll call it 4. From the near side hash, the shotgun is Nate Schwartz. Gets the snap, looking left, throwing left. He's going to put it up. He's got a man. It's incomplete. Was looking for C.J. Banks. Would have been a circus catch. That would have been probably the play of the year for Sterling for sure, had he connected.
And this is a really good job from a freshman quarterback who doesn't have a ton of varsity experience. He looks really poised in the pocket, nice drop step, fires a strike, just ultimately the receiver couldn't come down with it.
Yeah, beautiful ball there from Schwartz. That was just perfect ball placement there. He had a lot of time in the pocket, as you said, Jake, and overall that's just very unfortunate there for Sterling that they weren't able to come up with that.
Speaking of unfortunate, a substitution penalty against Sterling. We saw this a lot throughout the season with Sterling, the amount of penalties, and that's what's going to happen with a young team.
Remains 4th down.
Snap, and it's partially deflected, and Sterling's going to fall on it right at the 20. We're going to take a look back at the very first game ever played on this field back in 1962. Back to live action after the blocked punt. They're going up in the air for the end zone. Incomplete. They were looking for the big man, Ben Marafa. And the reason, guys, as we take one more look at it here, the reason we showed you that footage from 1962 is that tonight's game is going to be the final game played on a grass field here at Sterling, as they are going to convert this at the conclusion of, well, then probably the next couple of weeks start leveling off the field, and we're going to turf.
Yeah, I mean, that's going to be a lot of fun for a lot of the athletic department, a lot of the other teams besides football, because I think other teams are going to be on this field as well, like lacrosse and
soccer.
Soccer, yeah, too. That's going to be a big change for all these guys. They've been used to this grass for a long time.
Yeah, and I mean, it was only a matter of time before we switched to turf. That's the more modern way to go.
Actually joined in the booth now by our principal, Mr. Jared Claiborne. He's going to enlighten us a little bit about the project. Coach, welcome to the broadcast.
Coach Strauss, appreciate you. Thank you very much for having me.
So tell us a little bit more about this undertaking. I know it's been a long process and it's a lot of things in the works here, but give us a little insight.
Yeah, so the Board of Education has made a commitment for a long time in our long-range facility plan to upgrade the stadium.
You see a touchdown there into the end zone for the score is West Deptford. And it's a 12-yard scamper. They're up 13-0. That's Kate Sabo on the carry.
So, Coach, the stadium is our most underused piece of real estate on the property. It's and it's in the worst shape of any piece of property we have too. So we knew that we needed to make a commitment to do something to it. So with the athletic department, Mr. Manlove, even when I was there as the athletic director, we put in a lot of research in what it would take to the best route, whether it be replacing the grass and redoing it, or going straight to the artificial. So the big win. One of the big pieces is all of the underlaid drainage had to be redone. That's like the big issue. So everything underneath, it just doesn't go anywhere. You can see the gullies in the field where the water sits. Even at the original design, the main drains are like just off of the 50-yard line. So you can't even put soccer on there because you can't expand it that much. There you go. You can see it right there. So all of that needed to be redone. So once you're getting into that massive amount of replacement of the underlay, like it just made sense to go all the way with the artificial surface.
And not only is this a win for Sterling athletics, but also the community athletics as well. Talk a little bit about that.
So before we even get to that, I just want to, we've calculated over a 900% increase on usage on the field just for the high school kids, right? Because right now we're currently using it 6 times a year for football, and then you're using maybe a night game or 2 if you can get it in, weather permitting, for soccer, right? We just lost the soccer games 2 nights ago because of the weather. So now with this addition, you're going to go with 10 at minimum field hockey games. Then you go to the spring and you have all 10 home, boys lacrosse, all 10 home, girls lacrosse. You have soccer can come on here whenever they want. And then obviously football has the advantage as well. So just, it's like Title IX compliant suddenly.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Everybody can have access to it. And then we can have a conversation about the youth programs and what it does, But we don't think it's a luxury. We feel like really at the end of the day it's a standard, right? Talking about our youth, we don't want to lose kids not choosing to come here because they're comparing our facility with somebody else. And we already know that the board's made a huge commitment to our facilities. We got the cleanest facilities. We got a great size campus. And so this is just another piece of, getting better. It's going above and beyond for our community.
And the big question is, Coach, is that what kind of time frame are we looking at here? And that's one of the big questions that everybody's probably going to ask is, hey, they got this new present, but they can't open it until a certain date.
Yeah, That's a great question, too. So we front-loaded the football. We've been working on this for a long time. So we figured out the timeline. We figured out what it would take. So we decided to front-load the football. So we're actually ready for the project to start on October 17th, which is just a week from Monday.
And a fumble there, and second fumble of the game by Sterling, and it's going to be a West Deptford football as Alex Watansky hops on it, and it's going to put the Eagles in excellent field position yet again.
And as you said,
I love
second
watching
turnover.
Bub. This is unfortunate, but Bub's been faithful this year to the program. And I love the commitment of those guys out there. They got to keep going after it. Defensively, they've been really strong. They're not giving away anything to the Eagles here. Coach, so the 17th is going to start. We've communicated with some of our neighbors, so they're prepared. There's going to be no disruption to the regular high school under the construction phase. Everything's going to happen back here. They're coming off of Preston Ave. All of their prep material will go back here behind the stadium, so it won't be interfering. And, weather permitting, right now we have a March 6th completion date.
And another completion for the touchdown as Luke Laxton chimes in. And that's just his second reception of the year. And this one is good from 25 yards out. And West Deptford has increased their lead 20-0.
Good play fake there by West Deptford, able to pitch it out to Alex Swietansky, and just excellent playmaking there offensively.
So, Coach, we're really pumped about the project. It could happen really fast. If the weather's good going into the winter, you might see it get done really fast. But it should be ready to go for spring sports. And what we're going to do is we're going to use the spring to kind of get our bearings and break in the field. And then we'll look to have discussions with use of facilities for some of the youth programs after that.
How excited are you that, I know this has been something that we've been talking about, or has at least been rumored over at least 5-6 years, and now finally seeing this is going to go forward here in the next week or so. It's going to be pretty exciting.
It's awesome, and again, it's like the expansion of the different programs that have the opportunity to be on to, people kept referencing, why are you doing that for the football? Well, it's more. It's the whole program. It's the whole culture of Sterling High School. It's attractive, and it's going to be exciting to continue to do things. Like 2 nights ago, the Sockers were going to have their whole senior night out here, bring up the youth soccer. That's going to be a huge win when that is the opportunity to have.
Switching gears a little bit, we got a chance, you talk about the culture here at Sterling High School. We got a chance for the first time in 3 years to bring back a full-fledged Spirit Week. How great, as soon as I said that, you got a big smile on your face. Tell us a little bit of how exciting that was for you.
Well, huge shout out to our class advisors who help guide and navigate the students. But the students were just all in this week. They've been planning since the moment they stepped back into school this year. And the advisors know that best, but they're planning right away to get ready for this week. The decoration in the hallways was beautiful. The participation amongst the kids and the whole united theme. And you see it. The kids have been out to the games. They look great out here tonight. And then the homecoming last night, we had 600 kids. That is, I don't know when the last time that's happened. It's been decades since we've had that type of number. So the kids are pumped, and it's the credit of, the advisors, the Believe in You advisors, Kelly Johnson and Karen Bukowski as well. They're just doing a great job providing opportunities for our students.
And I told Brian and Jake this earlier. They've never experienced the Spirit Week. They're juniors. We had a little mini one last year. We tried to give them as much as we could, given the guidelines and everything. But I think it's safe to say, Brian, that you were pretty blown away with how a real Spirit Week looks here at Sterling.
It was like an all-out war between all the grades. Like
it was
really competitive.
The go-home freshman chant.
Oh, yeah.
You got to be broken in a little bit.
Yep.
That's good. I can't say enough for the students. The advisors are meeting to try to give the students more power, more voice. That's part of the strategic planning. And the students are coming forward with ideas. And it was an awesome week.
talk about the ability to have that student voice now, and now we have a member of the senior class who is a newly anointed board member. Layla Solomon got officially sworn in as a board member a couple board meetings ago. She is the representative here at Sterling.
Right. It's cool. So part of the strategic plan is that's part of the connection to the community, connection to the students. So we actually met today with the class advisors and the student council, Believe in You, and the administration, and just discussing how is it that students are really going to have voice. What does that process look like when you're a class advisor, when one of your kids come to you? Where do you point them? What is the path to follow? So we're developing that, and Layla is the face there, right there at the board meeting, which is pretty awesome. She has a seat right at the table.
That's awesome.
She's going to do an awesome job. She's a great first person for that seat, and so we're just getting it started. We got a long ways to go. We're going to keep going.
It's always good to have a student voice, because I know sometimes the students feel like they don't have a voice, and that's one of the things that being a class advisor that we're trying to bring to not only the students but also to the administration and as high up as the board, and I think that's a pretty cool move.
Yeah. Well, credit to Mr. Sheehan and the board with the whole strategic plan process, which just gathers the information, and then we have plans of actions to put it in place. So, it's just getting started. This is year one. The strategic plan is a 3-year process, but it's already in action.
Very, very busy start to this 2022-2023 school year with fall sports obviously off to a good start here. The girls soccer team picks up a tie against Eastern today. What a great game that was. Caught the tail end of that. Boys soccer unfortunately lost a tough one today, but all the fall sports doing really, really well. Homecoming coming up here shortly, and just about 15-20 minutes of time or so.
Yeah. Great tackle. That's Lil Kraus, right? My man. He's doing a great job, staying faithful. Glad to see him pumped. Coach, thanks for having me on. I'm going to go check out the homecoming court.
Good
make
luck.
Sure I welcome him in. I appreciate you guys. I'm going to give it back to Mr. Clark. He's been doing a great job. Thank you.
Coach, thanks for joining us, and good luck with homecoming and the turf field. Good luck kicking that off.
Go Knights.
Thanks, Coach. Principal Jared Claiborne joining us. Give us a little update on the turf field and a little process behind what goes into it. Pass incomplete, intended for Ben Marafa. I didn't know that. I mean, obviously, installing a turf field on top of a grass field is always a big undertaking. And this is a plan that's been in motion for a while. It's going to be really, really cool when this finally happens.
Absolutely. I mean, it was only a matter of time before we went modern. The whole modern movement is getting on turf. They say that it's safer for the athletes. It's better. Once it's in, it's not too much to maintain like the grass is. So it should definitely be a nice investment for the high school.
And I think Gateway was one of the first schools in the Colonial to get the turf, and everybody was kind of oohing and ahhing about it, as they should. And their field looks really, really sharp, and I'm sure that Coach Claiborne and the rest of the staff will be putting this thing together. We're really looking forward to his pass complete to Lawrence Howard. Howard with some space down the near side, makes a move. He's inside the 25. And he picks up a West Deptford first down as we're under 3 to play here in the first. West Deptford leading 21-0.
This was a fantastic play design right here. They faked the screen to the outside. They fake the handoff, fake the screen to the outside. They roll them out. And then a nice block there by number 63 from West Deptford. Nice block from Jabril Barkdale.
Take one more look at it here.
Yeah, and I mean, when we take another look, that block from Barkside really freed up the play.
Watch him right in the middle of your screen there.
They're going to fake the handoff here, fake the screen. He's going to roll out. You're going to see that. You saw that block towards the very end.
Yeah, that block is pretty much what created that.
Carry gets near the 10-yard line. Another West Deptford first down. In the red zone yet again are the Eagles.
13 yards gained by Howard at the middle. Tackle made by St.
Again, another interesting play design, and it works to West Deptford's advantage, confusing the Sterling defense.
So we had a flashback from 1962 earlier. We're going to have another flashback, and we're going to go back to 77 after the first quarter in about 100 seconds from now. The last championship on this field. Baglevo completes it into the end zone. Switansky for another West Deptford score goes in with relative ease from 13 yards out.
This is a good job of moving in space by Switansky. He catches it out on the screen. Nice job by the receivers holding up the block. And then he cuts it across the whole field to find some space and walks in for 6.
Yeah, some good playmaking there by Switansky. Again, great blocks there by the receivers as well as the offensive line to make this a 4-score game.
On to attempt the extra point, Brady Clark. Beautiful kick from Clark is a great shot from our end zone camera. 28-0 Eagles here in the first quarter. As you watch Switansky go in relatively untouched. So at least we have a date now that we can start. We're going to be looking at our field a little bit differently over the course of the next 6 months or so as we watch the transformation. What would be really cool is to have like one of those time-lapse cameras over the course of the construction. That would be kind of cool to see that over the winter. You look at the rest of the Sterling football schedule, a pair of away games. Gloucester, at Gloucester. I know Mr. K, Mr. Schul's looking forward to that one. And then at Haddonfield on October 21st. So last chance to see the Sterling Silver Knights tonight right here in the comfy confines of the castle. Long way to go here. Trailing this one 28-0. Sterling has only scored 1 touchdown all year, and that came against Camden. And that was late in the game where Camden was already rolling.
Yeah, I believe that was a touchdown pass from Schwartz to Nasir Arthur.
And overhead kicks and go into the end zone yet again from Brady Clark. No relation to Jay Clark, I don't think, anyway. You can follow Sterling TV 19 on Twitter. Follow us at Sterling TV 19. All the latest updates, everything that's going on right here at Sterling High School. Plenty of programming. You see Mr. K there giving us the thumbs up there. Coming right at you live. We're going to kick this one again. Clark approaches, kicks this one away. Almost the exact same result. It is. That gives us a chance to promote Sterling 19, TV 19 on Facebook. A lot of the same stuff you see on Twitter, in case you're more of a Facebook person. Check out, see what's going on Facebook. Facebook.com/Sterling TV 19. Get all the latest updates. What's going on here in terms of tech crew. Programming, all sorts of athletics, programming, all that stuff.
I mean, I'm much more of a Twitter guy, but hey, if you want to follow the Facebook, go right ahead.
Yeah, hey, you do you.
That's why they got options, right? That's
yeah,
why
exactly.
They got options.
Schwartz being flushed out far side, and he steps out of bounds. Gain of maybe a couple. Good short gain there. He avoids some trouble by Schwartz.
And guys, I think this is the first time we've really seen Nate Schwartz, when a play breaks down, move outside the pocket and make something out of nothing, scramble to gain a few extra yards. You can see him taking strides as a young quarterback, and he's only a freshman. He's only going to propel and excel from here.
Yeah, again, as you said, that's probably the first time we've seen Schwartz get mobile and move outside the pocket. He's making strides and just progressing as a ball player, and soon, maybe in the next couple of years, he'll be even better.
From the shotgun now, Agbesi is swallowed up in the backfield.
Yeah, and this play was...
It's Andrew Vi on the carry, excuse me.
I mean, that play was blown up. Vi had no chance.
We're going to take a look at the last championship on this field that came back in 1977. Hope you enjoy this as we head to the end of the first quarter. That was back from 1977. Kudos to Mr. K and his staff for putting that one together. That was actually #1 Sterling against #2 Cherokee. And Sterling was #1 in South Jersey. Kevin Kelly was the quarterback. He was also Player of the Year. Wound up going to Penn State. And what a throwback. You see all the fans lining up around the fence line. 3rd down and long for Sterling. They passed this one incomplete. They were looking on the play for Josiah Lopez, and they could not connect.
And pressure up in Schwartz's face. He does a nice job just to get rid of it. And it's a bit of a wobbler, but it's on target. You look right here. Alex Stoltansky came flying in off the edge. Schwartz put it on target, just nothing you could do. A bit of a wobbler.
I'm going to give a lot of credit to
Lawrence
Schwartz
Howard
there.
almost picked that off too.
Yeah, I'm going to give a lot of credit to Schwartz. He's doing a lot of what he's been given, because no matter what's happened with the protection or the separation from the receivers, he's doing what he can, and I'm going to commend him for that.
Punt may have been touched. They say it was touched, and West Deptford picks up its balls on the ground. Sterling may have it. And they do.
That's a big
Sterling
break.
catches a huge
right
break. Off the fingertips. I think it traveled a little bit further than Desmond Green had anticipated. And that was a live ball. He saw the beanbag come in from the far side official. And Sterling gets a huge break inside of West Deptford territory.
When you saw it slip out of Green's grasp, and then he makes a few defenders miss, but ultimately coughs up the football and Sterling falls on top of it.
What I saw there is, while he was trying to evade some of the defenders, he kind of stumbled a bit toward the end, and I think not only the hit, but that kind of caused the fumble there.
Little to no gain on the play.
Yeah, West Deptford's done a nice job all night of just clogging up that middle. Like Bessie and Vi, not much room to go. Front seven doing a fantastic job.
Yeah, the West Deptford defense, they've made a lot happen so far in this first half. And if they can continue to do that, it'll just be lights out.
2nd down on the way for Sterling. It'll be 2nd down and a long 8. Under 11 minutes left to go in the half. Sterling trailing this one 28-0. Reminder, homecoming queen will be crowned at halftime, so make sure you stick around for that.
I'm hoping it's me.
Pitch, Agbesi swallowed up in the backfield. I think a penalty marker came in late, as Agbesi was hit for a loss of about 3. Let's take a look at the penalty, as the official standing right at midfield will give us the call. The face mask penalty, 5-yard variety against West Deptford.
Even though it doesn't stand, this was a great job by number 3 from West Deptford, Will Bildo, who collapsed on that backside and put that pitch back for a loss. Unfortunately, he gets his hands tied up in the face mask, and that'll cost you 5.
I think right at the end there, you may have seen it. Schwartz running for his life to the near sideline. He's going to be pushed into his own bench. And I don't think Sterling's going to like that too much, but Schwartz just kind of ran out of real estate. I tell you what, I'm going to piggyback off of your point. Brian, that's just great job of hanging in there from Schwartz. Nate Schwartz doing a great job tonight.
Yeah, as I said, he's doing a lot of what he's been given. Like, any opportunity he has, he takes it. And just look at that, he got shoved out of bounds pretty hard right into his own bench. He just got right back up like nothing happened. He's been a great leader so far for this Sterling team as the weeks have gone on.
Pushed out by Ben Marafo, 6'1", 195.
Well, and to piggyback off of what Brian and you just said, Strauss, I mean, he's done a great job as a freshman of sort of leading this team, and he's a guy that you can tell he wants to be out there. Obviously, the scores aren't going this team's way. They're coughing up the ball a lot, but every time the ball is in Nate Schwartz's hands, he does the best of his ability on every single play, gives it 110% out there.
Oh, YouTube promo here. Check out everything that's going on Sterling TV 19 on youtube.com/Sterling TV 19. In case you catch some of our live broadcasts. What a great game that would have been to do today. The girls' soccer game. 1-1 final in one of the top teams in South Jersey in both Eastern and Sterling. And a perennial powerhouse as Eastern and Sterling gave them everything they can handle. Bridget Dixon, the goal scorer for the Lady Knights, as they remain unbeaten on the year.
Girls are having a great season.
Yeah, I believe I think she's the leading scorer on the team.
Without a doubt.
She has been incredible so far this year.
And the girls will be on this field on Wednesday. It'll be the last game ever on this grassy field. And that'll be it. I wonder if they'll take a souvenir home. Schwartz just throws it away. Incomplete. I wonder if they'll be selling pieces of the turf. You take some, put some in, on your way out.
I wonder how much money those would go for.
They did that at the vet, didn't they? Didn't they sell the pieces of the turf?
We got a piece of the vet in our house. We got some chairs. They gave everything away.
Can't wait to see what this field is going to look like next year.
It's going to look great.
It's going to be awesome.
Oh, for sure.
Schwartz from the shotgun on 4th down. Stays in the pocket, throws it up, and it is incomplete. Threw it in the vicinity of, I believe, Bub Hall. And West Deptford all over it, and they'll take over on downs.
And this is just a learning curve from Schwartz here. He's got time in the pocket. One of the times where he's been better protected tonight, but not knowing, he should have known the height of his receiver, Bub Hall. That was just too high for him.
Yeah, that pass could have easily been picked. I think because two defenders were going for it at the same time. I just think they lacked communication there. If it was only one of them going for the pick, I think they could have gotten it. So lucky for Schwartz not to get that picked off, but yeah, definitely a learning moment there as he continues to grow as a QB.
Not his best throw, but kudos to the Sterling offensive line. They gave him time to make the decision.
First down for the Eagles. Nice little carry here for the Eagles. That's Cade Sabo. Far side picks up a Eagles first down. 5'9", 170 senior. Gets around the edge into Sterling territory.
You can see the fantastic blocks from the offensive line. They managed to get all the way out there into that second and third level to give their guy a big hole to run through.
What do you think your parents paid for the vet turf?
Ooh, that's a Jay Clark question. If I got to guess.
Sabo again on the carry, picks up about 15 again.
Well, I mean, I guess it depends on where it comes from, like what part of the field it is, but there's a ton of them. I think ours is from some random spot on the turf. So my best guess, $30, $35.
Mr. K said he paid $25 for his. I'm hearing now from West Deptford teacher extraordinaire, Mike Seeley. He paid $5.
$5?
$5 for the turf.
Wow.
Shout out to Mike Seeley, former tennis coach and now the esports advisor at West Deptford. Carry goes to Howard off the near side, gets a block, and Howard is in the end zone for the touchdown from 24 yards out, his second of the night. And Howard goes in off the edge. Hardly untouched, guys.
Again, it's been that blocking there by the wide receivers that's just really set the way for these big plays here for West Deptford.
7:53 remaining in the half. West Deptford, a commanding first half lead. 34, could be 35. Tell you what, Brady Clark can kick it.
He's got a leg.
He's got a leg. Kick is up, and the kick is good. 35-0. West Deptford with 7:53 left to go in the half. Look at the block there by 55. Sean Kennedy, the senior, with a huge block there that allows Lawrence Howard to walk into the end zone. Watch 55 here, guys.
Yeah, I mean, they've just done it time and time again. He's right there on your screen, and he just blocks. Number 7, Chris Banks. You can bank on our next game. It'll be soccer, October 10th, taking on the Haddon Heights Gardens. It'll be live on youtube.com/SterlingTV19, 4 p.m. kickoff. You can bank on us covering it.
Wow.
Perfect transition into that promo, Jake.
That was solid. That was money.
That's why I do it.
If you're making Mr. Strauss smile, you're doing a good thing.
Hey, I'm always smiling.
That's why I do it. Give people some laughs at home.
Big student crowd has arrived here in front of us, late arriving crowd. All here to see I'm sure, the homecoming festivities, which will begin in 7 minutes and 53 seconds, game time.
Take a look. We're on Instagram at SterlingTV19. Just like a lot of options, we got options. We got the Twitter, we got Facebook, and we got Instagram. You can figure us all out. You can find all of our stuff on Instagram or Twitter or Facebook. We got it all, ladies and gentlemen.
First and 10 for Sterling at their own 20-yard line. Clock continues to run as we are in that 35-point window. Handoff back to the line of scrimmage, and no further goes Sterling. Ball popped out at the end. Picking it up was Corey Baglevo, but was ruled down. We go to Bob Hall on the carry.
He slips the first tackle, but West Deptford is clogging those inside lanes. Their front four is doing a fantastic job of not giving Sterling backs any running room.
Yeah, that was number 53, Ramir Vaughn, coming in on the initial tackle, forcing that play to go absolutely nowhere.
Second down and 10 on the way for Sterling. Looked like they had a little bit of momentum with that botched punt by West Deptford. They were in West Deptford territory and for what seemed like a hot second, and it's about as far as they got. Pitch coming to the near side. It's like Bessie across the 20 out to the 22. Oh, check that. That's Andrew Vi. Excuse me.
And this has been one of the more successful plays for Sterling all season, this pitch to the outside. The offensive line does a good job of getting out there and giving him a bit of a hole to run through. Nice job by West Deptford, corralling him, though, not letting it break big.
Third down and 70, 23-yard line.
Third down and 8 coming up for Sterling as we approach the 6-minute mark of this second quarter. Lawrence Howard with a pair of touchdowns. Kate Sabo with a rushing touchdown and 2 passing touchdowns for West Deptford's Corey Baglevo. And this one is picked off by Zach Google. Google down the far sideline tries to spin around, and he's still on his feet before he's pushed out of bounds. First pick of the game for this Eagles defense goes to credit Zach Google. The junior picks up the INT.
And another learning moment right here for Nate Schwartz. This ball just doesn't have enough zip on it over the middle. You got to fire that in there. Under some pressure, just a little underthrown and behind the receiver, Santino Savarese, and that one's picked off.
Yeah, the Isaiah Bailey was unblocked on that play. I mean, there was no pickup for him there as we take another look at it here.
Yeah, watch the right side of your screen. Bailey comes in unblocked. I don't even know if Schwartz saw him.
No, it was on his blind side. He had no idea he was coming for him.
You got to figure, even if he didn't get rid of that, that ball was going to come out anyway.
Oh, yeah.
To answer the question that everybody's been waiting for, my dad got back to me, and we have a plaque with the turf. So he said the turf itself was $150.
Oh.
So it seems like he got a little scammed. If some people are getting it for $5, but
$145 more.
It's just a little block,
Coach Seeley.
Just a little block, like a square of the turf. And then he said the chairs that we have 2 chairs that are around $300 to $400 from the old vet.
Each?
No, together.
Okay, I was gonna say. I was
Could you
hoping
put
it wasn't
the turf
each.
on the seat and make it like a cushion? See, I mean, I know Mr. K's got a couple of the vet chairs in his backyard.
Yeah, the vet chairs, I mean, they're a nice little display. Definitely a cool piece of memorabilia.
Absolutely. I've seen them on people's front porches. It's pretty cool. Second down and 7 for West Deptford. Hand it off, coming near side, running into some trouble. That's Aiden Green. Green down to about the 15. Pickup of about, we'll call it 2 or 3.
Yeah, that play looked like it had a danger of being a loss there for West Deptford, but a nice stiff arm on Bob Hall kind of helped regain what they could have lost there.
Third down and 6 on the way as we approach the 3.5-minute mark of this first half. Again, stay tuned at halftime. Homecoming court will be announced, and the homecoming queen will be crowned here for 2022. always a fan favorite. Victor John, congratulations to senior Victor John, named Mr. Sterling on Tuesday night.
That was a fun event.
What a great event that is.
Yeah, it's a good one every year.
Bagelvo from the shotgun, hands it off. Sabo, far side, cuts it in, and he is in the end zone for the touchdown. From 13 yards out, Sabo scores again. He scored on a 12-yard run earlier in the first quarter. He now has his second, this time from 13 out.
Yeah, and Sabo just not afraid to be great on this run. Just keeps powering through, breaks off a tackle, and falls into the end zone, just adding on to this West Deptford lead.
The overall great touchdown run. His second of the game. Just breaking tackles, spinning out of tackles as well.
Brady Clark on to attempt the extra point. The kick is up. And the kick for the sixth time tonight is good as we take one more look.
Yeah, another look at this one. There were some good blocks on the outside. He sheds that tackle right there. And that was enough to get him in for 6. Now Sterling. Let's take a look at the super fans.
Yeah, doing it. Everybody's anticipating the homecoming court. I saw them marching down earlier. So they're already lined up on the track. I believe Miss Bukowski and Miss Johnson are lining everybody up, getting ready for the big announcement coming up in just about 3 minutes. And a big shout out to Miss Johnson, Miss Bukowski, and the entire Believe in You crew for helping to assemble a great Spirit Week. And this is the icing on top of the cake for this week. And they've done such a fantastic job putting together the pep rallies and the events and the themes and it's a thankless job, and they've done a fantastic job with it this week. In the end zone for a touchback.
And that's what we're doing this drive at the 20-yard line.
So the Knights offense getting ready to come out. And you know, Brian, down 42-0. Got to be looking for some small victories here.
Yeah, I mean, if you can get a drive going and maybe get something on the board, or at least get into West Deptford territory, I think that'd be a big accomplishment, because the only time Sterling's gotten to West Deptford territory was off a turnover. So if they can get an actual real offensive drive going here, I think that'd be a big step for this team.
1st and 10 now for the Knights. Schwartz hands this one off. And it is Agbesi making men miss. And is eventually wrapped up. And the ball is out. And West Deptford with a bit of an odd scoop and score there.
He just ripped it right from his hands.
Just ripped it right out and rolled into the end zone.
And I mean, Sterling had something going here. Agbesi with the ball. And it's just taken from him.
Oh,
I'm going to steal a Schulzism. That's the second defender in there going for the ball. They have that second defender there. They're able to get the takeaway, and that's something that, you know, we really have yet to see the Sterling team do.
26 yards scoop and score. Extra point is up. And good. 49-0 with
now, guys, do we call that a
2:14
scoop
remaining.
and score? Or do we call that like a grab and go? Because, I mean, he sort of just took it from him and went.
Yeah, I want to see this again. I want to see how he did it.
Could the officials have called forward progress here? This would be a great angle of it here, because obviously he's not going anywhere. With 3 defenders, he's going backwards, and I think his forward progress is stopped there. I think you give Agbesi the benefit of the doubt there, especially given the score here. I think he's stopped forward progress. Let's see, I mean, I had got him at the 26-yard line, not going any further than that because he's surrounded by 3 defenders.
Yeah, you take a look right here. Nice job slowing it down. He stops right there, and now you can see he's been
going
driven backwards.
Yeah, that's where the play should end, in my opinion.
That should have been blown dead.
Either way, the grab and go stands. Unfortunately.
So you're going to grab and go and not scoop and score anymore?
Well, I mean, he took it from him. I mean, I don't know if you can call it a scoop and score. The ball didn't come out. No, I don't think you can call it a scoop and score.
No,
I think you
call
call
it a steal and score.
A steal and score is a good one. I'm going to point at the grab and go.
I like steal and score, too.
I like the grab and go. Look at you coining a lot of phrases tonight. It's good work out of you.
Yeah, first with the transition into one of the promos,
you're having a really good first half.
Hey, 2 for 2, you know?
Rob Strauss, Jake Clark, the man who coins all these fun terms, Brian McLaren, joining you here in the booth on homecoming night. And guys, just a real tough one here, Brian. Just really, really tough here for the Sterling squad.
Yeah, they've really had nothing offensively. Anytime that they had even a slight chance of anything going, it's just been turnovers of galore. It's unfortunate here for the Knights on homecoming night.
Yeah, whether it's a self-inflicted wound or it's been taken right from him, West Deptford's doing a nice job tonight.
Thank Bessie on the carry. Shout out to girls volleyball coach and counselor extraordinaire, Coach Scully, chiming in tonight. Enjoying the game. Thanks for chiming in. Again, clock continues to run, 90 seconds to halftime. What's going to happen is we're going to take a quick break as soon as the half is over. Quick 1-minute break, and then we'll bring you all the homecoming action live, the announcements of the homecoming court, and then, of course, the reveal of the homecoming queen here in 2022. It's going to come up in about 75 seconds. Schwartz swallowed up in the backfield inside his own 20, down to about the 16.
And guys, I don't know on this play if there was a bit of a mishandle with the snap or not, but Schwartz is almost immediately swallowed up. Yeah, he mishandles it. And at that point, there's no time to do anything. He just has to eat that one and take his losses.
Again, halftime, homecoming. We'll have that for you. Mr. Kierzanowski going to announce the homecoming queen as they are all lined up. As the ROTC is starting to get ready, the photographer's starting to get ready. This could be possibly the last play before the half. Schwartz from the shotgun, looking right, throwing right, fires a missile in and out of the hands of West Deptford's number 7, not in our program, but he almost had himself a pick.
Yeah, and this looks to be a bit of a miscommunication between Schwartz and the receivers downfield. Bessie was cutting in. Lopez seemed to continue to go straight or cut out, and he throws it in between the two, right where the West Deptford defender is. Lucky that one wasn't intercepted.
We'll see if we get a very similar play here.
Nico Gellion on to punt it away. Low punt. Nice punt by Gellion. Bounces inside West Deptford territory and out of bounds at about the 40. And that will do it for the half. 49-0 Eagles. We'll get off to a quick 60-second break. Homecoming coming up right after this.
Let me see that ID. Let me see that ID.
I guess I forgot it.
Go
Wait, no, come on.
please welcome our 2021 homecoming queen, Aline Cole, to the field as we prepare to crown our new homecoming queen. Our first young lady is Brianna Blanchard. She is escorted by Ron Blanchard. Brianna is a member of the Sterling softball team, a National Honor Society officer, and in the environmental club. After graduation, Brianna plans on majoring in biology with the hopes of a career in occupational therapy. Her best advice to underclassmen is to continue to get involved and make the most of every day. Our next young lady is Ajane Kazi. Ajane is escorted by Reggie Brown. Ajane currently serves as the captain of the field hockey team and is a member of National Honor Society, Yearbook Club, Book Club, and Equity Club. Ajane plans to head to college after graduation and major in biomedical engineering. Her lasting words of advice are to take advantage of your time, try new things, and focus on what you want for yourself and your future. Next we have Isiana Lewis being escorted by Shakira Sampson. Isiana has been a member of the basketball and track teams. She is also active with the band. Isiana plans to attend a 4-year college to become a high school teacher. Her advice to underclassmen is to not be afraid to step out of your comfort zone, meet new people, and try new things. Up next is Kate McVeigh. Kate is escorted by Sean McVeigh. Kate is a member of the girls' soccer and lacrosse teams. She has also been an active member of the National Honor Society and Environmental Club. Kate will be pursuing a career in exercise science while playing soccer in college. She would also like to travel. Her parting words for underclassmen are to work hard to reach your goals and cherish both the people you meet and your time at Sterling. Our next young lady is Nicoletta Trollo, who is escorted by Steve Trollo. She has been involved with the National Honor Society and tennis team, where she is the current captain. Nicoletta also is a class officer and a lacrosse goalie. Nicoletta is searching for the perfect school where she will pursue a degree in nursing with the hopes of eventually becoming a pediatrician. To all underclassmen, Nicoletta says, high school is what you make of it, so get involved and enjoy the next 4 years. Last but not least, we have Katie Tully. Katie is escorted by Joseph Tully. Katie is the current reigning Miss Stratford, the president of the National Honor Society, varsity cheerleading captain, and a member of the softball team and the environmental club. After graduation, Katie would like to study biochemistry before attending medical school to become a pediatric neurologist. She would also like to maintain her involvement with her community and volunteerism. Katie wishes to tell the underclassmen that it is so important to get involved and put yourself out there. Be not only active within the school, but in your community. Make the most of these 4 years because they go way faster than you think. The young lady who has received the white roses in her box is the new homecoming queen for 2022. Ladies, you may open your box.
congratulations to our new homecoming queen, Ajane Kazi. Let's have another round of applause.
Once again, congratulations to our new homecoming queen, Ajane Kazi.
Can I go to the bathroom?
It's getting late. I should really go to bed.
Oh, what are you worried about? Come on, it won't hurt if you stay up another hour.
You know what? You're right. It couldn't hurt to stay up for another hour or so. What? It's already 1 a.m.? I didn't even realize it was so late. I'm telling her I'm going to bed. Oh my god, it's 7 a.m. Oh my god, ow! Ugh. Mom, I'm running late! Don't forget to pick up the kids later! Alright, I gotta go! Have a good day!
Dude, you should really take your hood down. I heard there's something people put internal for the entire semester. Dude, that's just a word. I'm taking my hood down. Stupid.
Hey, you know the rules. No hood. And where's your ID? Get to class.
How many times do I have to tell you? Get the hoodie off. That's it. I've had it with this hoodie business. Down the vice principal's office now.
I need to use the potty.
Can I go to the bathroom?
Yes, you can.
I wasn't even gone for that long. I could really use a bev right now.
Brady, how many times I tell you not to bring drinks in the classroom, just water? Brady, how many times I tell you not to bring drinks in the classroom?
Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. Wake up, today's gonna be a...
Redmond's Revenge!
Susie Banks? Shaw McLear? What are you guys even talking about? Those are both myths.
Get out of here.
Set your affirmations, aspirations. I to do the aftermath of preparation. Good food, good mood, blood in circulation. One step at a time, yeah, that's how you make it. Set a goal you control and the steps you take 'em. I try to pick one thought, have some concentration. And if I make a mistake...
Yo, man, they try to tell you.
We try to tell you.
Hey, you trying to win some big money tonight? Yeah, they don't call me Johnny Wiggles for nothing. Man, you better not sell me. I had a bad couple of weeks, but I need this money. Let's go win. Have you ever been here before?
Yeah, I have.
Dude, this looks amazing.
Yes, it does.
Welcome to Nightlife Casino. I'm Ricky, your dealer for tonight. We'll be starting shortly.
Have a good night.
The game is blackjack.
I'm feeling a little frisky. Let's go 200.
Already? It's the first game.
Nah, I'm playing it safe.
Round one is over. Sir, we've tied. Sir, you've lost. The next round will start in 10 seconds.
What are you doing? I'm doing what's right. I'm going all in. You're nuts? That's all your allowance. That's all your money. You're gonna go bankrupt. Told you.
Why is everyone looking at me? Is there something on my face? Please stop looking at me. Your clothes are dirty. You're ugly. You're so crusty. You smell. You look ugly. Everyone sees you. That's why your shoes are raggedy. You're alone.
I'm gonna fail you. You're never gonna get to college.
It's all in your head. It's all in your head. It's all in your head.
can't believe my computer's dead.
Yo, does anyone have a charger?
No! No!
Then you should adjust your seat or mess with the radio before driving. Buckle your seatbelt. Also, remember to turn your lights on to avoid hitting deer or ignorant pedestrians. Ignore the phone. It can wait. Keep in mind that you're not the only one on the road. Remember, you should always be aware of animals.
Welcome back to Sterling High School. Just about getting ready for the second half. All Eagles here in this first half. 49-0. They scored on a nicely named grab and go by Jake Clark. Zach Google with the 26-yard fumble recovery for a touchdown. Made it 49-0. Rob Strauss, Jake Clark, this guy, Connor Strauss, with us in the, I think I know this guy somehow, in the broadcast booth. And Jake, you know, you look at this, they got 4 touchdowns in the first quarter alone, and they haven't looked back, and it's not looking very good for Sterling right now.
I mean, West Deptford has just straight up dominated. They've gotten pressure in Nate Schwartz's face all night. The front four has done a fantastic job of clogging up the inside running lanes. And then offensively, I mean, they've pretty much just had their way. Their offensive line is manhandling our front seven. We're not getting a lot of penetration in the backfield like they are, so it's tough to win when everything is going one way.
Got a chance to see the homecoming festivities. Ajane Kazi is the 2022 homecoming queen, so congratulations to her. And a beautiful kickoff return. This one could go all the way. Kawan Land, touchdown. A check that. That's Desmond Green. Desmond Green sees nothing but green, and he goes all the way for 6.
Yeah, and Green had the one that was muffed earlier on one of the punts. He picks this one up, and a fantastic stiff arm that really frees him up. Sheds a few tackles. And you said it, Strauss. All green for Green. He walks in for 6, keeps adding on to the lead.
That was an amazing return by Green. He muffed the football off the return, was able to pick it up, cut around a couple defenders, and then he got behind no lineman and was off to the races.
Picks it up at about the 14, so we're going to call it an 86-yard kickoff return for a touchdown.
If you were looking to change things in the second half, that was not the most ideal start for the Knights. But I give the guys credit. They go out there and they give it their best for all of the minutes, every single second of this game. They give it their all. They don't quit out there.
So the clock is running.
We do have a running clock, and we mentioned earlier in the game I want to thank our principal, Mr. Jared Claiborne, for coming on the broadcast with us and talking about the new turf field that's going to get installed in about a week and a half or so, as this will be the final football game on the grass. And we went back and looked back at games from as long ago as 1962. We're going to peek ahead at some games that have occurred back in '92 as well. Sterling took on Delran, and we'll look back to a great '06 game against Camden as well later on in this broadcast. But for right now, Sterling just going to try to look to get something on the board.
And it's crazy the difference a year can make for a football program. Last year, Sterling was able to beat West Deptford 26-21 in a close game, and West Deptford has gotten noticeably better. Sterling lost a lot of players, still a young team, but West Deptford's record, it doesn't show how good they actually are.
Yeah, and for the pedigree of the West Deptford program, this is really a down year for them record-wise. 1-4, not the most ideal West Deptford numbers, not the typical West Deptford numbers that you will be seeing.
Sterling hands it off to the far side. Short gain on the play there.
And, you know, they started off the season with some really difficult competition now. You know, they had a tough game against Haddonfield, a tough game against Camden.
That's Schwartz on the quarterback keeper. Actually lost a yard there.
8:20 remaining in the third quarter.
Going to take another look at this play. I like the way that Coach Traley is trying to get Nate Schwartz more involved. We've seen a lot of more passing play calls, a lot more keepers. He's had the ball in his hands. He's had to scramble. He's had to make plays. They're really letting him get this varsity experience here this game against West Deptford.
Schwartz from the shotgun on second down long. Ball's on the ground, and I think West Deptford fell on top of it. They say they have it, and they do. Little issue with the quarterback halfback exchange, and it's another red zone turnover. Take one more look at it here. Bub Hall never had it. Looks like that's John Trexler who fell on top of the ball for the Eagles.
And West Deptford now with another drive starting in great field position. They're in the red zone. And with the success that they've had with this now running clock up 56, you got to think that they might add on a little more here. They're already close to the goal line.
Ball at the 16-yard line, 1st and 10. West Deptford going with, looks like some of their reserves right now. They're having some trouble putting things together. Number 12 is their quarterback, not mentioned in our program. two tailbacks. They hand it off. Right up the middle. Good piece of hard running there by James Lorman. A 5'9", 165-pound junior pushes forward. Sterling defense could not stop him.
And he does a nice job here. He just keeps the legs churning. One defender after another. Just look at the way the legs keep moving, and then he eventually just falls forward for an extra few yards. Grit and determination there from the running back.
So C.J. Banks there trying to rip the ball out late for Sterling. Could not do so, but it's going to be 1st and goal from about the 5.
That was a very impressive run from him. After he had someone holding onto his leg, and he was still able to get an extra 5 yards off that play.
First and goal for the Eagles. They're going to take as much time off the clock as they possibly can, leading this one 56-0. Split the wide receivers on either side. Under center is West Deptford. Handed off again to Drexler as he approaches the goal line inside the 5 down to about the 2.
And that was a good play fake there by West Deptford. Sterling was able to recognize it somewhat this time now. They faked the pitch and handed it off to Drexel.
Little over 5 minutes remaining in the third quarter.
Yeah, Drexler met with initial Sterling defenders, but bounces off and then bounces it out to the outside, getting it even closer to the goal line.
Under 5 to play here in the third quarter.
Now, Strauss, I've been told by many that I have a great Italian accent, and I was given a request by some family friends to call a play with it. So I'm going to take this one over. It's 1st and 10 on the goal line. Hand off. And that's some real Italian strength towards the goal line.
Wow.
But they're not going to get it. Not enough sauce on that run.
Oh, my goodness.
See, you learned a lot from that Italy trip back in June. So, stop just short of the goal line. And one thing that's different for Sterling this game than other games is that they've really struggled at the front on the D-line, especially with the inside runs. What I've noticed from the other games this year is that's what they've been really good at being able to stop. But of course the loss of Malachi Gold to a suspension isn't really helping the cause, but they've really struggled defending the inside run today.
3rd down and goal. About the 2. Handed off right up the middle and getting into the end zone for the score is James Lorman from 2 yards out.
Handoff is to Lorman up the middle. It's a touchdown for the Eagles.
And this is a nice job. We've seen Drexler with some really strong running up the middle. And his ability to shed off the first tackle is quite impressive. Especially just coming in fresh, maybe not too warmed up coming into this game.
And the extra point by Clark is good.
Let's go back. We're going to go in the Wayback Machine yet again and go back to 1992. The championship game, Group 2 championship against Del Rey. Let's take a look.
Lots of wind, temperatures in the 30s, and if it's this cold, it must be December. If it's December, it must be championship football.
So it's 1st down and goal now for Sterling, trying to capitalize on what wasn't a turnover, but may as well have been as they got the ball in the 21. It's Fox, and he's got the touchdown.
Well, again, the wind a big factor there. The player thinking the ball.
3 receivers to the right side this time. They naked bootleg to the left. Saka pulls up, throws across the middle. It's picked off. Picked off by number 43 of Sterling, Robert Mann. And Mann stepped up and found nobody to even contest that, Ed. From left to right. Here is the field goal. The 19-yard attempt is up, and it is good. That wind did push it to the right, but they only had 19 yards to kick it, and they put 3 more points on the board.
If they don't get a good punt out here in this situation, then Sterling's going to have the ball probably inside Delran's 40-yard line or better.
Rich Pierce standing 5 yards deep in his end zone. Here comes Sterling trying to block it, and I don't know if they got a piece of it. They did get the punter, and I think that the Bears are going to come out of this smelling like a rose because it did not appear that Sterling got the ball, but they did rough the punter. Yeah, even without any return of yardage. I mean, just go back and field the punt, and you're in good shape. Saka again to the air. Over the middle, he's got a receiver this time. Opening number 17, Joe Olivio. He gets to the outside and is knocked out of bounds at midfield, and Delran impressively moving the football here. Down 10-0, but threatening. Saka, 2-step drop, quick throw to the corner. Brandon's got it for a touchdown. Rich Brandon with a great juggling act catch, and Delran is on the board. 3rd and 15. Backs in the eyes. Saka to throw on 3rd down. Going long again, looking downfield for Olivo, and he's got it. He gets away from his man. Olivo, touchdown!
That is...
Back to live action. Agbesi on the carry, picks up a Sterling 1st down. You saw that Delran coverage. That was... Yeah, that signifies you in the 3rd quarter, but you look at some of that old footage there, and Sterling lost that one 12-10. And that was a tough loss there for Sterling back in 1992. And we look ahead as we turn the lights on. Hi, good morning. Back up here in the broadcast booth, Rob Strauss, Jay Clark, Connor Strauss here bringing you all the action live here on the final game on this grass field here from Sterling High School. And you have to go back to the 60s when they were playing on grass. This time next year, they're going to play on an artificial surface.
Yeah, it's definitely, I've said it a few times tonight, it's definitely the trend. Everybody's starting to go to turf as we take a look at the game from the 60s. 1962, the first home game on this grass. This grass has got some history.
I love the confetti and the pennants.
Yeah, they're into it. They're into it.
It's a big student section.
Look at the old clock there too. You guys saw it for a split second, the actual analog clock back in the day. That Agbesi, some room down the near side. He's got plenty of room. Agbesi cross the 30. Agbesi cross the 20. 1 to beat. He's dragged down inside the 10 at the 9.
So that was a great run there by Agbesi. He gets to the outside, outruns 5 defenders, is tackled just inside the 10-yard line.
Well, and Agbesi, he's on the track teams. He uses that track speed.
Agbesi again, not so much. He got absolutely hit-sticked.
Yeah, but take another look at this run right here. Agbesi, he turns the corner, bounces it outside, uses that track speed, and is eventually tackled out of bounds. But a great run from Sam Agbesi there to propel Sterling into the red zone.
Not so much on the first play from scrimmage after that. Agbesi stacked up at the line of scrimmage emphatically. Sterling, with one more look at this run by Agbesi. He got the corner. A great block right there.
And that really freed up that play. Just a fantastic block on the outside. Agbesi does the rest. You give your guy some space.
Schwartz from the shotgun looking left, throwing left in the corner. It is incomplete. Looking on the play for C.J. Banks. Could not connect. 3rd down and goal on the way for Sterling.
And Sterling does everything right here except for hauling the pass. A nice pocket, a good drop step from Schwartz, a perfectly placed ball, in my opinion.
Banks just had his other hand caught up in the West Deptford defender. If he had that other hand, I think that's a touchdown for Sterling.
Sterling breaks the huddle. Take One more look at it here. Had a little bit of separation. Tried to come down with the one-handed grab. Under center. Vi on the carry. Nowhere to go. 4th and goal. From about the 10.
Well, they went with the run with Agbesi, and that play was blown up. West Deptford has done a fantastic job with the front four. I've just been saying it all night. It's just closing those inside gaps, and then the incomplete pass from Schwartz, and then just another run that goes in the wrong direction.
Split backs on 4th and goal. Schwartz in the end zone, dropped. Had the touchdown potentially in his hands was Santino Savarese. I don't know if he was short of the end zone or not. Let's see. Thrown behind him off the fingertips, and he would have been in. And West Deptford takes over on downs. I don't know if you can blame Savarese on that one. It's thrown a little bit behind him.
It was thrown behind him, and it was low. Savarese, pretty tall dude, has to come down for this ball and just bounces right off the hands. He would have been in for 6. Tough play there, though, from Santino Savarese. Couldn't connect with Nate Schwartz.
So West Deptford will take over 1st and 10 from their own 10-yard line. See if Sterling's defense, as we say bye-bye to this green turf that's been around for a long time. 60 years of grass here at Sterling will be leveled off, proper drainage put in, as Mr. Claiborne had mentioned earlier. Sterling comes away with the football. Do they have it?
Sterling
they say yes.
And I believe that's another grab and go. He just took it right from him. Let's take another look at this.
Another one where you could argue that
it's a grab and go.
No, you could argue that, or you could argue that forward progress was stopped.
So Sterling gets 2 good breaks in their favor.
Sterling going to get the ball 1st and 10, or excuse me, 1st and goal from the West Deptford 5. Handoff, end zone, touchdown, Sterling. Agbesi from 5 yards out.
Great run there by Sam Agbesi. He's able to find the hole and get into the end zone.
And this is a phenomenal job by the Knights to capitalize off this turnover. Agbesi, he does a nice job finding the hole, and hole leads to 6.
Only the 2nd touchdown of the year for Sterling. You can see the defensive confusion there on the part of West Deptford as Agbesi goes in basically untouched from 5 yards out.
Well, the offensive line did a great job. They gave him the hole to run through.
Sterling going to go for 2. Schwartz drops the snap, picks it up, sidearms it a la Patrick Mahomes. Was looking for C.J. Banks, could not connect. And with 5:45 remaining here in the 4th quarter, Sterling on the board with their 2nd touchdown of the year, 63-6. We'll take another look at the touchdown.
Take another look. Look at the offensive line, giving Agbesi that cutback lane. And he puts 6 up on the board for the Knights. Take a look at the crowd on hand.
Good crowd tonight.
Last time this crowd will see grass on this field for a football game. Until at least, well, you'll get a different kind of football on Wednesday. Girls soccer will play the final athletic contest on this field on Wednesday. Girls soccer tied Eastern today 1-1. Bridget Dixon with the lone goal for the Lady Knights, as they are 9-0-1 on the season. They'll take on the Haddon Heights Gardens. We'll have that live for you right here on Channel 19 on youtube.com/Sterling TV 19. Sterling kicks this one off, taken at about the 20 by West Deptford. West Deptford, a little bit of room across the 45 down to the 46-yard line. Some of the reserves in for West Deptford. Their starters night obviously over here, up 63-6 with just about 4 1/4 minutes remaining in the fourth. And that was 2 away games coming up for Sterling. They're on the road the remainder of the season.
And that was a great return there from Luke Zaxton. Was able to get about a 40-yard return. Great run there.
Yeah, not as good as the one we saw earlier that was 86 yards and ended with the score, but definitely a great return.
First and 10 for West Deptford, right in front of our broadcast booth, going left to right from the 45. Put a man in motion, hand it off to the up back. Crane to Sterling territory, burst of speed, gonna walk into the end zone untouched. Desmond Green again with another touchdown. He had a kickoff return for a touchdown to start the half. And it's a 55-yard touchdown run for Desmond Green.
Well, and you saw Green score earlier in the game with the kick six, and now does it on the ground, showing that burst of speed. Found the running lane, and that was all he needed. Turned on the jets.
Brady Clark has been a busy man tonight. This will be his 10th extra point attempt. Snap high, hold, the kick is up. And the kick for the 10th time is good. 70-6 Eagles.
Yeah, I mean, that's just a huge running lane right there. And then he turns on the burners, outrunning everybody.
Desmond Green, 5'7", 160. Only a sophomore, getting a considerable amount of playing time in this second half. And there was not a silver night in the within 5-10 yards of Desmond Green. He's fast. He's got some wheels.
Yeah, absolutely. Saw the lane, took off. Fantastic run there.
So the clock continues to run here. 1:45 remaining in the grass era here at Sterling High School in terms of football. Again, next broadcast will be girls soccer against Haddon Heights coming up next week. Wednesday, 4 o'clock.
Should be a good game. Feels like no matter what sport with Haddon Heights, it's always a good game.
Clark boots it away into the end zone for a touchback. I tell you what, Brady Clark, he's got a lot of work tonight. He's got a good leg.
Oh, absolutely. Almost every kick we've seen on a kickoff has been a touchback, and the PAT has almost left the fence, almost back where the scoreboard is. He's kicked it close to that fence almost every single time.
We're under a minute to go, and a tough one this season for Sterling here at home. They got their second touchdown of the year as Bessie chimes in from 5 yards out. "30 seconds ago, this could be the last play of the game for Sterling. West Deptford going to improve to 2-4 on the season. Schwartz, little crossing pattern, incomplete.
And the pass ball is incomplete. Second down.
10 seconds remaining, and I think Sterling's not going to get another playoff here, even though Schwartz is trying to hurry things up with 3, 2, and 1, and that will do it. 70-6 to end the grass field era after 60 years of grass football here at Sterling High School. And Sterling will remain winless on the season at 0-5. They follow the Eagles 70-6. For Jake Clark, Brian McClernand, Connor Strauss, Tad Kozaneski, the entire Channel 19 crew, I'm Rob Strauss. We'll see you next time right here on Channel 19. Have a great night. And Craig, congratulations, Ajane Kazi.